welcome to week 7 of the Lean Screen Experiment. This week I set myself a clear goal. Could I get my screen time down to under 1 hour a day? Not by banning my phone or being extreme, just by being intentional. And I'm really pleased to say I got so close. I'm now sitting just over 1 hour a day. With all the work I'd already done removing distractions and apps from my phone, I'd already started to use it far less. And by recommitting to a boundary, no watching shows or movies on my phone, it helped me bring my phone time use back down really close to my goal. And something unexpected happened alongside that. For years I've struggled to stay consistent with exercise. I'd start and stop, but right now I'm exercising 4 times a week consistently. I genuinely think reducing my phone use has played a role here. I'm not trawling, I'm not losing time in scroll loops, I'm not mentally drained from constant screen input. And without social media on my phone, everything feels quieter. I'm actually loving it. I think it's really important to pause and acknowledge how impactful these changes have been for me. The only thing I find myself using a bit more is my news app, but that feels finite and intentional. It doesn't have the same endless pull. So with this shift starting to feel like a new normal, I wanted to zoom out a bit this week and look at the bigger picture, the facts and stats around phone use, because this isn't just about me. I wanted to take a closer look at one of the highest using and most vulnerable groups of phone users, teenagers. Research shows that teens often spend multiple hours a day on their phones, and a substantial portion of that is on social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat, making social media a dominant use of their smartphone time. With that in mind, a 2025 survey of teenagers in New Zealand found that over half said that they felt that they were given access to social media too young, and many supported a minimum age of 16. Even more striking, around 40% that they wish social media had never been invented. As a parent, that hit me. That's a huge statement. Most reported starting using social media between the ages of 10 and 13. That's a critical period for brain development, identity formation, and emotional regulation. And research has shown that for teens, each hour spent on social media is associated with increased risk of depressive symptoms. Other studies consistently link heavy or problematic social media use with sleep disruption, anxiety, stress, and reduced attention. So if young people themselves are saying this might not be good for us, it's worth paying attention. Yes, connection matters, and they're trying to connect with their friends. But if phone use is replacing like sleep, homework, chores, face-to-face interaction, and family time, we've got to think about what we're trading. Now, the global picture. Globally, people now spend around 6 hours and 45 minutes per day on screens. That's across TV, gaming, and phones. What's changed most in the last decade isn't just the total time, it's actually where that time is going. So around 2018, mobile phone device use overtook traditional TV viewing, and it's continued to grow. In many adult groups, mobile use now averages around 4 to 5 hours per day. For younger age groups, it's even higher, over 7 hours per day, between 18 and 24-year-olds. And the key difference between TV and mobile is design. So TV is more scheduled, it's shared with other people, and it's often censored. Whereas mobile is quite individual, it's portable, it's algorithm driven. There's short form videos, there's endless reels, and it's designed for dopamine hits. The average person spends over 2 hours a day on social media alone. And we check our phones around 150 times a day. That's constant interruption. No wonder focus feels harder than it used to. So here's what week 7 has really reinforced for me. Getting close to 1 hour a day isn't about willpower, it's about design. When the most addictive apps aren't visible, I've shaved off nearly 2 hours of my phone use a day. And when shows aren't being looked at on my phone, it's down another hour. And when the home screen is cleaner, I simply don't get pulled into my phone so much. And the behaviour is changing naturally. And the benefits ripple out. As I mentioned, more exercise, more presence, more energy, less background stress. I feel clearer. And maybe that's the real measure, not like how little can I use my phone, but how much better does my life feel when I use it less. So for week 8, I want to go deeper. I'm keen to understand what emotional triggers are still driving me to pick up my phone at times. Because this experiment started with habits. But I'm starting to see it's also about boredom, discomfort, and coping mechanisms that I'm using my phone for. So I'll explore that next week. And if you're trying any of this alongside me, I'd love to hear what's shifting for you, because I know this experiment has created a huge positive shift in my life. Thanks. This is Elaine's Green.